It's an interesting set of circumstances that lead someone who was raised in the United Methodist Church and who converted to Catholicism as an adult to address a group of Baptist ministers on religious liberty. It can only happen in America because we've had a tradition since our founding of protecting religious freedom for all. And you know, I have slightly mixed emotions about today. Having you here in the Capitol today, with what we've been through over the last year, it's kind of like being at the Alamo and seeing the cavalry arrive. And I'm tremendously grateful for you standing with us today. But I'm also saddened. I'm saddened because this shouldn't be a media event. This shouldn't be a controversy. There ought to be, this should have been, as Representative Teasley said, a pretty simple process to provide a protection that's in place in the majority of states in this country, a protection that's available for inmates in federal prisons. Yeah. And it's a protection that should extend to every person in the state of Georgia. You know, we stand here in 2015, and to give you an idea of how deeply ingrained in the Western legal tradition religious freedom is, it was 800 years ago in 1215 in Runnymede when a group of barons forced King John to sign the Magna Carta, the first legal document that guaranteed religious freedom, because the sovereign was murdering church officials. And since that religious go hand in together in our years, and they made a mistake. And an unbelievable, astounding act, something that you rarely see in Congress, they said to make it right. And so in 1993, they passed 4 years. That's fine, but you can only apply it to federal action. And so we've had 31 states, Mississippi, acted either through their legislatures to provide their citizens with this common sense protection. Why would we not want in Georgia for the government to have to make the highest possible case, to jump over the highest possible hurdle, if they're going to do something that interferes with your right of free exercise? All we are trying to do with this legislation is to provide every million people outside of this room with the opportunity to behave. You're not just a Christian on Sunday in church. But there are those who think that that's what religious freedom means. You get your religious freedom for 1 hour on Sunday morning. That is not what the founders of this country granted to us. That is not our America. And I'll just close by saying this: it's dangerous to give a lawyer a microphone in a captive audience. I'm going to wrap up. But we need you. We're glad you're here today. This is a battle that I believe is going to extend for many, many days to come. And we've got to have you with us. We've got to have you providing sustained interest, sustained involvement, and letting people know that here in Georgia we're going to demand the protection of your religious liberty like we have in so many other states. And if we do that, I believe that we will be able to preserve, and this is incredibly important. You know, we're divided in so many ways as a country today. We see it all the time. But the one thing that should bring us all together is that you should be able to practice your faith the way you please. Amen. Thank you very much.